Okay, so welcome back to another episode of The Age. Alexander here. And okay, the episode here to how do you get skills as drama on the internet? In the previous episode, nakamba skills also got web design, graphic design, YouTube monetization, create my videos, YouTube drama through monetization. We've talked about e-commerce. We have talked about digital marketing. There's just a lot of stuff, right? There's just a lot of stuff, and there's basically something for everyone. Okay. Now the question, of course, you're asking yourself, knowledge skill, how do I get started? How do I learn? Okay, and actually get started. And for Solina and Makana, the back of your mind is, can I really do this? Okay, can I actually learn this and actually do this? Because I'm but I want to tell you right now that yes, you can learn all these digital skills and actually start making money with them. And the format, and that's what I've been using since digital, okay, my digital skills, and then actually start making money from them. Like if there's anything else that I think I should learn and actually make money from, just give me a month, okay? Maybe even less than that. Just give me, and I'll go through this step by step, and I'll actually establish myself with that thing. So I want to give you that formula. I can guarantee you, once you actually do it, you actually see, after you get to the end line, you have something to show. Okay, so before we continue with the video, ngati mukufuna ma computers, ngati mukufuna fairly used computers, mukufuna ma phone ya brand new, original, ma phone ya both, then please contact, I have a shop called Educate Store. We sell the lowest prices you can ever find in Malawi on phones, on laptops. My phone ya car brand new, and then my laptop my car fairly used, but really good ones, we give you warranty. Please contact my sales team. They'll help you. They'll hook you up with a really good laptop. We have so many different good laptops from cheaper ones to really performant ones. So just you'll find the phone number on the screen and you'll find it in the description. Talk to us. Let's get a laptop. Get a gadget. Now, my videos I've linked all of the other episodes in the description. You can check them out. My skills. Okay, and Nagamba, so again, all of the different ways you can make money on the internet. Let's start with Ineo Mendina Bezerama skills. Okay, so I started off, like I mentioned in the first episode, I started off the bureau my computers in one of the rooms and then, because I was so passionate and I really wanted to learn my computers, I went there and I started learning Achina Wedi, Achina Excel, and I was so passionate and I was very consistent with basically thinking, okay, I need to learn this and I have to actually go for it in actual learning. Now then, obviously, knowledge the internet, but I was just basically practicing on the computer and seeing if I'm actually getting better, and I'll set goals for myself. I think this fast. It will actually say how many words per minute you are doing, and then you basically want to go to the next level, and something like that. Now, when I went to the university, University of Malawi, that's when now I started learning things really quickly. And the formula that I was using is the one I want to share with you today. I would learn something and I would actually start making money from it within days. Right? I started like kumabanga install Windows, Office, just some viruses. Then I have unique records. I was recording music and my instrumentals and things like that. I was doing graphics. I was doing my web designs and all of that. And after a few days, I'm already starting to make money from them. And I'm going to give you that formula and framework. So stay there. Let's be together. Now, here's a big win and a really, really big advantage of now. Internet now is super cheap, right? You're talking about how many gigabytes does Airtel give you with 5,000 watt? It's lots of gigabytes. Kind of 12 GB guy for just 12,000 watts. That 12 gigabytes is a whole professional certificate right now. You can literally learn a whole professional certificate with just 5,000 watts, and not many of us are taking advantage of that. But anyway, let's actually go through the different ways in which, first of all, maybe let's talk about where would you get these kinds of knowledge. If you want to learn, let's say, e-commerce, if you want to learn graphic design, you want to learn web development, you want to learn YouTube monetization, creating videos and graphics, all of that, how are you going to get those skills? And the biggest advantage, like I've said, is knowledge is now everywhere. So, pali makategories angapo of sources of these things where you can learn these things. Chambirira, you have free tutorials. If you go on YouTube, right, and search anything, you'll find a course, a video about anything. So let's say you want to learn web development. Just go on YouTube and search a web development course. You'll find video like 5 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours there, just teaching you web development from scratch. Okay, and you find hundreds of them, maybe thousands of them there. You want to do graphic designing using Photoshop. Again, just go there, learn Photoshop or Photoshop course. You'll find my videos, 5 hours, 10 hours, something like that. And you can learn from them. So that's the first step. You have YouTube. It's totally free of charge in terms of you don't need to pay anyone to start learning from that. On every single day, I have a tutorial I have to watch because I need to keep on, getting new skills as well. So you have that. And then you have my website, it's specific for learning. So you have websites like Coursera, Coursera. Coursera, you can learn so many, there's so many programs where you actually get a certificate at the end. It's a really wonderful platform for learning. Then certificate, you can go on Coursera, search my courses and my course you have to pay. Or cheaper. In most cases, you have a course for $50 or things like that. But I'm not saying you should start paying. I wouldn't say that you should start with a paid course. I would say start with free stuff. Okay, there's so many other platforms. There's EDX. So if you go edx.org, all the courses on EDX are free, but you only pay if you want a certificate. So if you want to go there just to get knowledge, right, just to get skills, then why don't you just go there and search for any course that you want and then start learning, okay? If you want to go to a business certificate, then you pay for the certificate. But otherwise, my courses, I think almost all say by edx.org, I'm accounting there already. And these courses are coming from my company, like Google, like Microsoft, like IBM, Lima universities agro like MIT in this hotel. You find courses there free of charge. Nebali tima apps so sena siana pali Udemy ma courses ambi you have to pay. Kuma ma courses aga makaso again or cheaper. And mostly they are very comprehensive. I actually have some of my courses there as well. The Muphunzire data analytics, and I earn some money through that. Komano, if you want to learn something like web development, for example, you go there, you find so many web development courses, and usually they're very comprehensive courses as compared to my platform now. You see, there's so much content. You take a course, maybe it'll be like $10. You take a course, by the time you finish it, you are so confident, you're so good. So the question is, okay, didn't all of these places where you can actually learn, why don't people learn? That's the problem, right? Why don't people learn? Is it a problem of what you mean at my computer or Chan? Here's the thing. You don't need to actually have a computer to start learning. You can literally learn from your phone. Okay? It depends on what you push. If you have to practice, then you might need to have a computer, or you can have computer and share with Antoina. Ineo menendima yamba kuphunzira computer mene ninkagwirisa ntchito ninkapanga share ndi brother wanga. So iye alembere ku assignment ine ndibwerekeko ndiphunzire ka chinthu kena kake, and then I do things. We were sharing, but I was still able to get the knowledge that I wanted because I was so passionate and I wanted to really have these skills. Okay, and it has paid off really well. Panoba almost like 90%, 99% of stuff imene ndimapanga sikuti ndinachita kukhalira nkasi. That's the thing. Like most people think, okay, ngati ndikufuna kuti ndikhale web designer wadoro, ndoti ndikakhale nkasi, ndikakhale pansi. No. Ineyo ndimamenya ma websites. Okay, you can go to ncic.mw, NCIC, National Construction Industry Council. I developed that website. There's so many other websites I can talk about. elgravam.com, and lots of websites I developed, but I've never been sitting in a classroom learning web design. If you go to my pages are to, let's say, educate page, data for development page. In fact, the whole data for development website, I developed it myself. And you see my graphics, and I've never been sitting down in a classroom learning graphic designing. I've never done that. I teach data analytics, and all of the data analytics courses that I teach, again, I've never been in a classroom sitting down, somebody teaching me data analytics, except for my research courses. I'm in Nabanga on my bachelor's, right? That was the only, like, I basically learned some basic statistical analysis, content. And then after that, ndimango punzira ndeka on the internet using videos on YouTube and using my courses and stuff like that. And every month I earn quite a substantial money from teaching others data analytics, even though sinakalebo nkasi pasi kumaphunzira achina ko toolbox kumaphunzira achina state achina R zosezo ndi stuff yoti mutha kungogera on the internet on your own. You could do that too. I'm not special. That's the problem, because most cases people think, you are special. No, I've given you my background. I've told you, kuti, I am not special. There's nothing like special about me in terms of learning. Anyone can, if you are disciplined, you can figure out, I want to learn this, and then actually go about finding the information, learning, practicing. Now, I'll tell you the framework, but anyone can get these skills. Okay, so let's continue here. So now let's go through I'll call it 4-step process to learn anything. Okay, 4-step process to learn anything. Step number 1 is learn. Now, this 4-step process is not just about learning. It's a 4-step process to learn something and, be good at it and actually start earning money from it. Okay, muphunzire and muyambapo ndalama. So you should do that in these 4 steps. And my steps, I'll call them LEAP. Okay, LEAP, LEAP. And this is exactly what I was doing. All the digital skills that I have, digital marketing, everything else, and actually started earning money from them. L is for learn. That's where now you need to figure out, okay, what do I want to learn? Okay, the front position, the front the karidoro wajan. Okay, the front the karidoro digital marketing. Okay, the front the karidoro e-commerce. Okay, the front the karidoro YouTube or video editing. This is hotel. All right. Now, once you do that, then you need to go and start finding the content. And the first place to start is YouTube. It's free of charge. Buy your bundle and go on YouTube and search for a course on that on YouTube. You'll find many of them. Start one, watch, finish. So now you're not just watching, okay? And that's where the second step comes in. The learn part, then the E is for excelling. Now you need to see yourself excelling in the thing you're learning, okay? And you do that by practicing. You don't just consume the knowledge, okay, as if it's entertainment. You need to actually start practicing. And another way I practice is, I'll say, first of all, I actually do that in 2 steps. I'll first of all practice imene. I'll make sure whatever I'm seeing on the screen, I'm actually practicing on my computer. Once I do that, then I go on the internet and find inspiration. So, for example, if I'm learning web development, I'll go on the internet and then I'll try to find, to my website, were really, well done, well designed. And I'll ask myself, okay, how did they do this? How can I design something like this? So now I'm continuously learning and adding more knowledge and excelling, being so good at it by copying what other people have done. Graphic design, I'll look at a poster and be like, poster yo anabanga design motan. Staff fine counting naiphunzira mukosi munja. Koma staff fine toka kuti ndiweno kangana so in content ina. Koma no, I will still make sure kuti ngini mene ndikayo ndani ndaiyaza ndikuita. You get? So that's the excel part. You need to practice intentionally. You need to be so focused about doing that, because if you don't just watch, you haven't learned anything. Okay? When it comes to digital skills, ngati mwangoonera ma video palibe chimene mwaphunzirapo. Okay, ikamata video iyo ngati simupangapo china chake palibe chimene mwapanga, right? So make sure you actually put into practice. Then after that, then you need to apply. Okay, you need to apply what you have learned. So mwaphunzira mwinde ma skills mwakaona zinthu zimene anthu ena akupanga, and then mwakopera mwapanga zimuona kuti ava ndikuthangeni. Then you need to start building things. Let's say ngati mwaphunzira web design, start building websites. Okay, you create a website, a dummy website. Just think about, okay, let's send the clinic in a website. How can I design it? Design the whole thing. Okay, and even host it. And graphic design. How do you design the whole thing? Stuff know what we call portfolio. Portfolio, that's what you can actually show other people. Kuti inendi dolo wangini yoni mata. Taona ni stuff imenda kandu bank. Video editing, from Kalidoro video editing. Again, create a video. Practice, have a video out there. If, for example, if I want you to work for me on video editing, you can send me and say, I edited this video, I produced this, I made this podcast, I made this, and all of that. Okay, that's extremely important. But the most important one is the last one. Chifoti, antambila matera baba. In fact, I'm a tera by Excel, bongo banga practice. Ngaduma figa banga apply, okay, which is the A in the LEAP framework. The final one is profit, which is the P. Now you need to make money from this. Okay, that is the most important step here. Because and this requires my skills at digital marketing. You now have to know how to sell your skills. It's very important, because if you don't make something out of it, then basi umagwampai and they're out there who have learned stuff digital, because there's not doing anything about it for the Sana figure we have P, which is the profit side. And the way you do it is not to just start charging what everybody else is charging. Okay, you can start by, for example, if you're doing web development, start by designing a free website for a business, for a small business. Nubangan website for free. You start with maybe 2-3 websites. Okay, the next one you say, I'll charge you, let's say 50,000. Okay, maybe do 2-3. Then you start going up as your experience goes. In about 10 years experience, I charge maybe $1 million plus to design a website. But you're not going to do that, okay, because you don't have much experience. And I'm a because they know I have all of these websites that I've already designed and I have experience doing it. So I can charge that and people will pay me. But since you're just starting, you need to start small. So you start by maybe something free. I know I don't feel like, no, I need the money, but wait, okay? It's just an investment, all right? Everything is an investment. The skill is an investment. You need to remind yourself, those are your assets. Those are how you are going to show people. So that's an asset. Those things will now bring you money. Okay, because you're going to show that's going to keep on giving you money. So that's a very important step. Make sure you can start small. Let's say, guy, freelancing, start small, charge small, but make sure you're getting these clients. Once you do, and then you go up and up and up, 5-6 years from now, you'll actually be making a lot more money than Antoine go to Mina. Now, you see, Kuti, the most important thing is going to be your mindset. Okay, let me actually dial this in, because most people don't really understand this part. The most important asset, the most important thing in all of this is your mindset. If your mindset is of lack, if your mindset is of being a victim, or if your mindset is drama and band or computer, and if you're just looking at excuses, you will find them. Okay, there are always excuses there. You will find them. If I wanted to give myself excuses, I would have said, well, I'm poor, my parents are poor, or my mom is poor because I was staying with my mom. I would have given myself lots of excuses. But okay, you need to be consistent. In terms of learning, you need to know it's going to pay off. Okay, so your mindset is going to be very important. You can say, I'm going to be learning 30 minutes every single day and stay consistent on that. 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. By the end of the month, ndiwe dolo libalevu inaki. Ngini ambili yosu kuti majira funika soma hours ambili kuti muyaze wambili. Okay, and make sure you stay focused. Don't just start something, drop it. Start something, drop it. Make sure you're super focused on what you're learning. And don't wait until you feel like you're ready to learn or feel like you're ready to do something. Just start right now, okay? Just start right now. If you don't have a laptop, buy a laptop. If you can't buy a laptop, find somebody who has it. If that's not possible, find if there are places, computers, organizations, stuff. You can go there and start there. I didn't start with my own computer. I started with my computers and trainer. You get? So, and make sure that whatever you're doing, you share with other people. Once you tell someone, kuti ndukuphunzire ngini ndifuna ndikhalidolo mwangini magaya mino amakano, they now help you to, build yourself, because now there will be your support. And make sure, again, make sure you stay away from fancy many mangoboya and these negative ideas. Well, there's me. And there's so many others, and I will try to actually bring some of those people on this on this episodes as well. There are people who are doing big stuff out there. Okay, so many people who are actually doing stuff in Dukambai, and they're making money on the internet. So I'll give them the podium so they can talk to you and tell you, yeah, stuff is actually working. Now, my trainings are my hands-on trainings. So make sure that you check in the description to see if the next training workshops, hands-on, they're all free. The live ones are free. Okay, so make sure that you take advantage of that. I also have put the link to our WhatsApp channel. Very important. Video drop whatever resource we'll be sharing in that WhatsApp channel. So if you haven't done that already, just check in the description. There's a link and go to our WhatsApp channel and subscribe. Okay, but it was really nice to have you here. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please, the comment box, just go there, comment and tell me what I need to do, how I need to improve, or things like that. I cannot wait to see you to start learning digital skills and actually start earning from that. That's the most important thing I want, is I want to $1 using those different skills I've talked about. So start, learn, find all of this content from YouTube and from all of the websites I've mentioned, and let's be on this journey together. All right? Peace out.